Hopefully the AC was just on fan right now. Hopefully it ain't droning it out for y'all. Yeah, I thought I'd go live for an hour. I'm bored, you know. I'm gonna put some more hours on YouTube. We're just gonna chill. Y'all come in. Show you the things I made and the things I may make here in a minute. Just made me a coffee. Leonard was going all day. He's probably passed out now, but if he wakes up, you know, maybe he'll watch. Got a little cup of coffee. And I'm off tomorrow, so I can go late. I can go for an hour tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to go tinker a few odd and end things left to do on this thing, like a second mount, or I may go get those stainless steel straps with like zip ties that you put on your exhaust and use that down there at the bottom until I figure out how I want to weld it another mount. I don't know. Right now I just got to zip ties the second mount just so I could do that ride the other day, make sure it sounded good and the tune was still good, which I had a 96 in there and I put a 98. Should be a little richer. If it warms up, it's probably going to be real rich, so I'll check it the day we go riding and bring my jet just in case I need to drop it. But I shouldn't. Should be fine. I ran it with a 98 before. Hell, I ran it with 100. I see Willard and Josh. What's up? Yep. It's Monday. You might not see a lot of people, so I was going to call it Monday Night Raw, but I might get banned for that. But yeah, figured I'd go live for an hour, show y'all my little shorty exhaust I made. I got a template here. We're going to go over there right now so we won't lose nobody. Got a little template I made, and it could change too. It's just a little drawing. See what I can find tomorrow. If I can find a flat piece of tin or aluminum, it'd be nice if I went to the hardware store and they had like a flat piece of copper, 1x1 square or something I could buy, because that would make this piece look really cool. But give me a second and I'll show y'all. Yeah, so the bike sounds good without a muffler, but it's going to need a muffler if I'm going to ride on the trace with Kevin and them. Which riding around here don't really bother me, which it ain't going to bother nobody out there, but it may bother me over 20 miles there and then 20 miles back. I may want a muffler on that sucker just a little bit. We'll see. The little chunk I got on there you see down there at the bottom is a little too heavy duty to make the bend. I don't want to put no pressure on the pipe or nothing. I need a hose that's a little bit softer than that one I got there. That's like the hose I put on the muffler for the billet engine. It's heavy duty piece of rubber, reinforced. But it comes off you buy it by the foot or whatever. I bought like 1.5 feet. Used just over 1 foot, I think it was, or something. I'll bring y'all in real quick before I finish. So, maybe I'll get y'all at the other angle. I fucked my knee up yesterday or the other day working on the bike down on my knee, and then. Well, here, I'll just show y'all this real quick before we get down here. Had another long, big steel muffler I cut up. Made a little shoulder muffler. I just got to repack it. I seen Paul. Look, Paul, I got crap welds because I've never had a weld. It's on there. Little grind and welder and grind and paint make the welder. I may touch that little hole right there. A little shody. Here, everything's cut down. The stuff's outside. I just got to pack it. Had to notch the hole here to yeah, this little fucker's heavy, bro. It's like the heaviest one I got. Is like actual real one. Anyway, it's notched to and then eventually I'll drill in 2 holes and put some rivets or some screws, and then I may put a third one right here. It only had 2 rivets in them. I just barely drilled them out. It didn't take a second. But just need to repack it. This was the thought, you know. Put a little, or put it on the inside there like that, you know. Because otherwise, the exhaust come up and hits right here on the bottom, and I don't really want to spray my tire. It actually hit here and come off and probably run down it, but some would hit it a little bit. So this was the other option, and this could change too. I'm looking at a little bat wing. You know, if this was the idea for the thin piece of metal. If I didn't want to run the muffler, I'll just make me a splash guard. I know it ain't gotta have the wings or nothing like that. It could be an upside down looking spoon, you know. But it'd have to bend right here, you know. I'll bend it, and if anything, I'd put a zip tie here and here. But I'd really just like to have, well, depending on what material I get, copper. I could run a copper wire through there and tighten it down and twist it down to be, I don't know, a little steampunk. But anyway, not that. Bad lighting. If I had to run something just to block the oil from getting the tire, now it ain't got to look like this. Just this was the first imaginary piece that helped me see something else that I wanted to see by putting it there. But yeah, the first rendition. I'll probably run the muffler, but if I wanted a splash guard to not, you know, sorry. Can't stick it there in place and back up unless you look at it. Hold on. See if I can put a piece of tape on it. Give me another grip of my coffee. I would just scoot it back some. You don't need to be perfectly on there. You just scoot it right here. Just say that. Actually, this would be a little lower. It'd be like this. It'd be jacked up. So, you know, it'd just be like, just something that when the oil or anything, you know, it throw it out to the left. But I'll probably end up running the muffler I made. Oh my knee. You got a picture of a thin piece of metal on it. Staying with the contour of the bike. It's just a cardboard cut. It could be smaller too. It just needs to catch the oil that comes out, any kind of oil, and then it'll catch and then run down and come off back here. You know, here and here. Especially if I do a little contour, see, it's gonna bend in here a little bit and then roll up here, and then I have to bend it a little bit. Light's good. I didn't drain the fuel out the car, but I did drain the fuel out the line. So after I check the mount, I may run it out the carb. Mike and Leonard. Leonard's up. Leonard, we've seen you going hard all day after the race too. Well, I seen you this morning. I didn't like that fitment, Leonard. Fucking bitch is tight. Trying to come up with something. Either that or the little mini muffler I made today after work. Oh, the mini muffler. Kicks everything out to the side. So that, or we make some kind of splash guard by hand. But yeah, that fitment though. Got a good fitment. Had to saw that little nipple off right there. Other than that, it was good to go. Stock, it crunked straight up with the stock CDI. It was my first time running the Avenger. The other day when I crunked it up and ripped it down the road, that was my first time with the China CDI. I always ran mine with the Parma kit, but it still sounded good. But it's going to run better on the Parma kit. But I'm probably going to try it with the China, leave the China one on there. I may bring the Parma kit along, like I said. Other than that, she's ready. I got my chain. I readjusted it again. I didn't like it. The little bit of loose that I had, I'd rather have that little bit of tightness. Oh, well. Well, you can see it jiggle a little bit. Oh, well. It's good. Yeah, so tomorrow I gotta do some yard work too, but in between the things, you know, a little splash guard. It looks big there, but it's not really big. It'll be metal, be real thin. It'll contour to the bike like that. If I do that, could be a different shape too. Like I said, I might draw a couple of shapes later when I get off here. Before I go to bed to see what's going on. I got the whatever innards come out of it. Leonard, they're outside on the steps. It is really woolly, and let's take a glance. Oh yes, right here. I might have to open it back up. They jammed it in there, out and broke it. That was in there. So I'm just going to cut off the section, roll it back around my cone, and put it back in there. And now I'm going to go clean my hands off from touching that crap so I can finish my coffee and with safety. Meeting. Give me just a minute and I'll be right back, guys. So yeah, many things going on. I may port that other Avenger cylinder I got and restack it with the try it without the spacer with the piston I got. See how the looks. Well, I gotta just pick a piston and go with it. So I'll recheck both pistons to see which ones I like again. Which one's gonna give me because it is a sanded down head. It was the stage 2. The sanded head set the squish. I'm gonna start reading y'all's chat too now before we do anything else. Yep, I'd like to. A lot of things I'd like to do this year. There's nothing wrong with this tire, but it doesn't match the back tire. I'd like to get me another matching tire for the front, take this one off, because I had these on the Cranbrook at one time, both of these. That's a big bin in the back, and this is the DTH drop the hammer in the front. That's a 2.3 in the front and a 2.125 in the back. I want another one of them big bins up front. The Schwalbe. That's a Maxxis up front, so not matching tires, but it still looks good. Oh yeah, Jared's getting offered to ride it. Oh, you most definitely bet it, Leonard. And if I can touch his while he's here, his Avenger, my bad. Yeah, I'd stick a VM18 on it for him. But he's probably not gonna let me do that. So best bet is at some point or another be like, here, you want to ride this for a second? See what this thing do? Because what's up, Dave? Because it sounds good, but it starts up good and easy and all that. But as soon as you get up to about 10 or 15 or 20, it starts crackling. And he probably ain't never heard nothing like that. And that just means it's ready to go, Jared. Or about 25, it starts crackling somewhere in there. It's like go or don't go. Yeah, Dave. Oh. I was showing the guys my mini muffler I made the day after work. A little shorty. Anything's better than nothing, but it's high flow. It's high flower. But yeah, I just got to find the hose tomorrow, go buy one if I use it. I also made a little custom cardboard cutout of a splash guard so the pipe won't spray the frame back air in my tire when I go on the ride. So it's either muffler or make some kind of metal, flat metal sheet, or I'd really like to have a piece of copper, thin piece of copper, cut and bang. And so yeah, we either go on muffler, which still sounds really good on that bike, on that engine, I mean, or we'll go splash guard, which means louder. And I was trying to get away from the loud, so I'm gonna try to put the muffler on there. It's just a tight space. Yeah, because this one's heavier than the normal ones. It's real steel. It was heavy shit. I had to cut it down. But it's big. It's no puny size exhaust. It's a big exhaust. I get a piece of my thumb in there. It's not puny. Same size as that on my hose. But yeah, it'll have mesh in it. You know, what is it? 4 inches? Yeah, probably 4 inches. Yeah, that's better than nothing, people. Yeah, I was just chilling. Thought I'd go live for an hour. You know, get more time in, closer to the event. Just start pounding out some videos or something. So I was like, hell, I'll go live for another hour, let that upload. Yep. Well, I don't even know if these are stainless, you know. I don't know if it was made in America, China, Italy, where it was made at, but they wasn't nothing. I had a good bit, so it didn't take but a couple of seconds for each one to pop off, and then I had to go ahead and drill through to knock out the backside of the rod of it. But I'll probably just put some screws back in it. Some bulky screws or something. Undecided yet. I don't have a rivet gun. I meant to buy one of them a year or two ago. Never did. So I'm not gonna ask my buddy to borrow his because I already borrowed his welder and his helmet again. His little hobo freight welder that I did what I learned in the weld on. Right there. And a little nice auto darkening little shield there, bro. And I borrowed his cutter, even though it needs a new blade and it tightened up a little bit. Oh yeah, Schwartz people, Schwartz, the Schwartz. Yeah, Mike. Mike's in here. What's up, Mike? Yeah, besides, getting a second mount and the muffler is basically all it really needs. I'm gonna charge the battery up before the ride for my brake lights and probably put a battery in the tachometer. I can't remember if this one here is good or not. I have set here. Oh yeah, let me turn this light off. Whoa. I don't know if this one I have sitting here is still any good. Let's see if it'll zoom in on that. No. It's an Energizer though. Oh. Yep. So at least there'll be 2 Avengers and a Dominator on the trace ride, and then whoever else shows up, my buddy, he has the option of riding, which I think if he comes, I've been trying to get him to come, he might bring his daughter's mini bike that he bought her, which he's got 2 of his own. He got one for her. His little son's got a little 2-stroke. But they can't come because they're not, 16, got a license or nothing. But he thinks he's just going to jack her mini bike and bring it. Even though he might bring his, ain't nothing wrong with his. Hers is brand new. And then my son may come, which I was like, hell yeah. So he may come. If he comes, he'll be riding his bike. I just don't know if he's down to ride 20 miles in, 20 miles out, which it's going to be fun. We'll bring water. Like I said, there's a couple of stops we can do. So, yeah. So my son may come too. That'll be awesome. Because it'll be like spring break, not this week, but the week after that. I think it's like spring break or something. I don't remember what he said, but I guess. So. Yep, he stayed off the levee. Yeah, for his size and yeah, little 48 China doll, his bike was moving pretty good. Pretty good. Tell him don't leave. Tell him stay. Yep, so I probably will replace the battery and the run leader, and also I've never had a temperature gauge or a tachometer on my Avenger. We got Open Mind Entertainment in here. What's up, Open Mind? Let's see what you say. I know that the Avenger 85 cylinder fits on the YD bottom. It just takes a 12 millimeter pin. So unless you can get a 10 millimeter pin with that piston, you can't use it yet. I don't know much about the YD. I'm not a YD man, Open Mind. That's the only engine I hadn't had yet. There's a few of them, but YD's one of the one I hadn't had. I see Lucky. What's up, Lucky? He said he's never leaving, Willard. Don't fucking worry about it. Oh, what was his other one? The brake bar. What the hell's the brake bar? I don't know. You talking about the coaster hub? What? I don't know. Yep. It's slowly starting to fade now, but yeah, it was a lot greener. I spray a little WD-40 on it and clean it up though. Make it shine again. Yeah, welcome, Open Mind. We're just hanging out, chilling, brother. You know, you're welcome to come in and hang out. You can ask questions or whatever. Or just sit there and shoot the crap with the rest of us. I was just showing them my stuff and I'll show you my mini muffler I made today to quiet down the beast over there for the ride. I just got to get a tube. This tube here. Oh, this tube here is too thick. It doesn't bend. I mean, it does flex and stuff, but this is too heavy duty. I need something a little softer. Even though it fits the pipe good. That's what she said. But even though it fits the pipe good, it doesn't bend very well and then allow me to put it what I wanted on the bike. Yeah. Let's bring you in. Let's bring you in. Hopefully you do not fall over. Maybe I angle you up a little bit like that. Oh yeah, there you go. Not ported to the max. Didn't ask nobody no porting information either. I just did what I did. So what is mine? About 120. The transfers, the primary is about 120. The secondary is about 118. The boost port's even with the primary transfer, and the exhaust is about a 180. That's just about as far as I can remember. So if your numbers are bigger than that, you should be going faster than me. You should sound better than me. But anyway, it don't have no flex. The key to kick it down, and I need a little bit softer pipe. And then I could mount it like that, you know. Throw it on the inside here, put me a little piece of rubber there and there. Or I could do it here, put a piece of rubber around there for the ride, and I may hammer that and put a little concave on it or something. Because if the tube was good enough, I could use another mount like that, hang it down here a little bit. I just need my tube to flex, be a little more flexy poo right here, and not be so stiff. You could almost use this for like an intake, but I wouldn't. It is a good hose though. That, or we're making, you know, template splash guard, not necessarily going to look like this. This is just the first rendition. If I can't have a muffler, I don't want my exhaust to spray and hit here and hit my tire. So we was thinking about making a splash guard if I couldn't fit the muffler on there like I wanted, and have a splash guard where the oil and stuff would hit this and then come back here and come off, you know, past this point. You know, I don't know what it looks like there. It looks weird. I know. No, it looks weird. It looks better in person. You just follow the concave there and then come around here, and it'd be like strapped here. You can either do it with a zip tie or brass, copper, or whatever. Anyway, copper wire, two holes there and 2 holes there. You can either strap it or put your little bracket behind there and bolt into it. Or you could just zip tie it, you know. And yeah, make it out of something thin. If I had some like copper, or found me a thin piece of tin, something like that. Yeah, I don't want to weld no more to it. I do got some pipe pieces out there too. I just ain't welding no more. I'm done with the pipe. Hey, done with it. No more welding. I'm trying to get a flexi poo on there, and this is too rigid. Which this was on the fancy engine. But I do got throttle cables that come in tomorrow, so I may make a little small video installing the throttle cable or showing it after I install it on the fancy stuff. But I do some yard work, and we're either going to look for a hose for this or probably still going to make one of these anyway. I just don't know about the design yet. Because, you know, like I said, you'll stay with the smoothness of the bike. You really don't like that. Just can't. I'll paint it like black or something, so you don't really see it. But it may not even be that big. Like I said, it may just come out and be like a spoon, like that. Something I could just strap onto here, and it'd be like a spoon shape out here. You'll see. I'll come up with something. I mean, that'd be just maybe the idea there too. That way I don't have to mount nothing onto here. So if it don't come with a muffler, whatever I do will strap onto here. And it'd be like a flare. This gives me this moves me to that step that I just found here. So you just seen it live. So this is still a cool idea. But whatever I do, I'll be able to screw it, you know, right around this. A spoon or whatever, something. Just an idea. Just brainstorming. But yeah, just like this. Yeah, she sounded like a dirt bike. And the next rendition will have a G2. But the little OZ works its ass off, I'm not gonna lie, for what it is and the power this puts down. And I did modify the reed intake a little bit so there's no humps in the way when the air comes in. I did go inside there with the Dremel and take any obstructions out of the way. So refitted the pipe. I had to have a second weld. This was the first weld when I fitted it for the first time on the Bird of Prey, the other bike that's not painted, Phil Faker. So I had to cut it here, and this is a new weld here, which is, I got it all doctored up looking. Weld and grind here, and then so I can fit the new pipe. I had to cut about this much out of it or something, and barely angle it a little bit. But yeah, I got all the clears. Pretty good to go. She just needs cleaned up after I finish everything. I still haven't made the connections in there final. So. Yep, hit the thumbs up, y'all. Double tap the screen or hit the little dots up here. There's always a description of some sort. Only very few times some shorts don't have a description, but usually every video has a description. There's my second light I added for the brake light. Second brake light. I added whatever over winter. And there's the other one, so y'all seen them. Battery hangs. I strap it to the bottom of the seat there with a piece of cushion on the battery. One of the very first stickers I ever put on the bike, which I did not use that oil, but there it is. Old Lucas oil sticker I cut off the bottle itself. Yeah. It's still on there. Look at those whales, baby. Yep. She's good. She got rock chips on her though. You get close, she got some rock chips on her. I need to clean her up. Got a couple of mounts, little scrapes there. You know, we get in here in the beauty. I need to clean that up too. That's a lot of grass. little bit of dirt, a little grime. But I keep them clean. But I rode the crap out of this thing. It came factory with a ting straight out the box. Here it is. That ting right there, that little ting of paint gone, that came from the factory just like that when I pulled it out the box. You talking about being pissed those years ago? But it is what it is. Still got a little crusty edge to it, so I never touch it. But yeah, good thing aluminum don't rust. So, yeah. But yeah, other than that, you know, she's pretty kept in there. Yeah, I got the new air box back on there. Oh, bye, folks. Oh, my knees. Yep. See what I had to do there for extra clearance. Don't look at that. Don't look at that poo weld, bruh. Don't look at that poo weld. I grinded it, welded. Yeah, that's what I meant to show you, the airbox holes. The ram. It's really for forward-facing carbs, and this would turn and face up this way. Air would be hitting it straight on right there. But it's very nice, has great sound. And it don't really rub me or nothing. That's terrible view. Terrible view. Terrible. So yeah, I'm just you know, getting it ready for the ride. The motor's on there. I'm happy with everything. Cranked up with the China ignition because it's my first time running it on there. So yeah, anybody, you know, try the Avenger 85. They are very nice. Just upgrade your carburetor. Preferably a 21 millimeter or bigger. I'm not saying the VA-18 won't work, but because it does. But you're gonna get more bang with a 21. Oh, you like that Pliny intake? It wasn't that much, Leonard. I got it from Treatland too. And it tells you the adapter. I mean, it tells you the sizes things fit to. Yeah, it's a Pliny. They got an even bigger one than that, Leonard. I forget what carb it fits. Hey, we can look it up right now. Come on, y'all. Let's go shopping. Y'all like shopping with Op1, don't you? Hold on. Let's go shopping a minute. Move some stuff out of the way. I got to keep the check open, so. There we go. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's not. I'm about to say the chat. I want to say it. We'll just do it like that. Shh. There's those seats. Y'all like those seats the racers got? They are nice. $40. Get you a cool ass seat to throw on the back of your G-Ride. $40. Look at them things. Pimp. Looks just like wheels and looks like the other guy. Escambabo. Or it was somebody right there in front of what's his name? In that last video we seen, the small look video. Ethan was riding in. Somebody in front of him had another seat like that too. Anyway, we ain't here for the seats, people. We're here for air boxes and intakes with springs on them. Block off plates if you still want to block off plate for stuff. They even got them for Minarellis. Let's type in. I gotta type in something else like a carb or something. There we go. That'll give me. So give me all kinds of intakes. They got all kind of different intakes for VM18s on here too. That may can fit your carbs. I mean, I don't know the spacing, but yeah, it can be easily looked into. Where's the? Hold on. It's not giving me full options of search. Let's see here. I'll search them all. They mess with me. It's only when I try to show y'all stuff sometimes that like the way I normally search doesn't search up, or I forget how. Anyway, I could have just typed in airbox. Probably would have gave it to me. Look at those intakes. Those are for those little, yeah, ZA50, yeah, stock carb crap. Anyway, we had to go to the air boxes. That's going to be different than that too. Should have just signed in real quick. There's some right there, but those are not for what we want. There's the one I got there. I don't know why I could have just signed in and showed you. Yeah. Bellini's 46 millimeter ID. It comes with a thing to clip onto your carb. See, Bellini airbox for CP carbs. Gives you the dimensions of the box. And then 46 millimeter air filter mount adapter. So that's what size it fits. The little adapter is inside there already, and you clip it onto the CP carburetor, or if you already have a 46 millimeter ID, it'll fit on it. And I forget what the PWKs are. But here's the other one, the bigger one right here. $47, $48 one right here, Leonard. And it looks like it's got a carbon fiber weave on it. And it has a filter in this one. Mine don't have a filter. This is an adapter for, looks like a couple different carbs. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 different adapters. I haven't looked at this yet. It's the first time. I don't even know what these are. These screws go to the adapter. They have like a little shock carb, like an MT carb type adapter. This, I have no idea. And there's some other kind of scooter thing. And then this fits on my carb that I already got. So, yeah, that's the big one. They had a different angle the first time I seen it. But it's a flat. It mounts into the back, and then yeah, you got the 5 holes, but it has a screen in it. It's really trick. That was the other one I was going to show you, though. And that's the Polini curved airbox. Oh, yeah, for CP carburetors, yeah. But it should fit. Like I said, I don't remember what size the PWK is. I'll go look it up, too. Here's the Thor. This is for the PWKs right here, Leonard. This is the other one. This is the big dog. Oh, yeah, there was the plugs for the holes so you can tune the box. Mine didn't come with plugs. The other one and this one comes with plugs. But this one, that comes with a big adapter. And a small one of sorts. Interesting. But yeah, this one's called the Thor for the PWK carburetors. A nice carbon fiber, askew look pattern on top of it, physically quite large, approximately 5.5 deep, 4.5 wide, 5.5 tall. That's a big ass box. It's open cell foam filter element. It should flow quite nicely whilst filtering the air. Also has a nice velocity building circulative to it. Specifically for the Polini Thor paramotor engines. Also comes with plugs to restrict airflow if that's your kind of thing. Yeah, so that's the big one for the PWKs there. And it has a filter in it also. It's worth checking out. It hooks on and comes out and wraps around the side there. So depending on where your carb is, you can have it on this side or the other side. And then again, that may need a tab to the frame too. But yeah, that's a cool one too. That is $60. 60, 48, and then what I paid for mine, 25. So yeah, those are the legit boxes. Sorry, I can come back and check. Oh yeah, if you didn't notice the picture of the boys here. Yeah, PWKs, you just got to figure out a way to mount them. And usually, if you go on piston ports, you can get the little intake and a 45-degree angle tube to cut down the fit. But I like doing the G2. And then you just fit the 32 millimeter hose onto the G2 32 millimeter, and then I'll show you. I don't have a G2 on me available, but I do still have my 21 millimeter that I ran the horizontal on, and that's what I ran it on, straight hose and the 32 millimeter G2. You get all the flow. This is 21 millimeter. Yeah, flat slide. And that's what I ran on my, it fits perfectly on the G2. You can even shorten it down as much as you want, but yeah. That's what I ran on the horizontal. It fit perfect on on that 32. Same thing if I build the next Avenger, it'll get a 32 millimeter G2. And it'll get a bigger carb. or a flat slide. I mean, the CP works great. I might keep the CP on there, but it's getting a bigger intake for show. Remember, I bought this mug years ago. It's a generic knockoff, but it works good. 21 millimeter PWK. Blocked off the power jet. I never ran the power jet because it didn't work right anyway. There's no, where's it at? There's no, it don't work. There's no tube coming down. There's no adjustment. It don't adjust. So, my ponytail. That was marijuana. Seasoning. I gotta put this back. Get no dirt in it. Oh yeah, look at that radiator, never been used. I'm gonna make the air come on because it's hot. And then I can talk to y'all and chat again a little more. We'll look at the bike, but let me turn the air up a little bit. It's just got the fan on. And I'm starting to sweat. Yeah, Hybrid Power also sells the G2 with the 32 millimeter intake on it for a decent price, and it's comparable with the price off eBay too. Hold on, let me try to find you a link for see how much it is over there on eBay. I think I saved it to my wish list so I wouldn't have to look for it again because I couldn't find it when I bought it last. And I don't see it up there. There's a bunch of other crap I don't need. It's all crap. That was just had me searching. Oh, let's see if my timing might shift. We did finally shift. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that cheap timing light, y'all. Oh, don't be looking at that. So let me zoom y'all back out. Oh, we still got a couple minutes. We good to go. All right. Yeah, I got a timing light, and look, these should be here tomorrow. Let's check up on these. Arrives to me tomorrow. Don't say it was in Shreveport at 5:07 p.m. So yeah, it'll probably deliver tomorrow. Oh yeah, tomorrow by 9. So hopefully about 3 or 4 auto cables come in. I can tinker with the other bike for a little while. May even try restarting it up. We'll see. But yeah, let's see. I bought this hose, but the $25 hose is far superior on stiffness and everything. So you think you're saving a couple bucks by buying the one that's a couple dollars cheaper? Fuck that. You're not. Buy the $25 hose like I bought the first time and be one and done. Yeah. I mean, it's a good hose, but it's got a little jiggle and a little more flex than the fucking $25 hose that I should have bought. Lesson learned. Buy the one I bought last time. Still good though, but not as good as the other one. Let's go up here and do this. Let's see if we can find it. Last time I had to do a couple of searches. Now the CDH one with the 23 millimeter intake is the one for the VM18 or the Polini bolt-on. But you have to buy this one. You can't buy the metal one. You have to buy the aluminum one. It's a perfect fit. Took me a while to look like. Don't buy this. Go to Smolik and buy them at their site. Get free shipping. Well, depends on how much it's been, like 30 bucks. Anyway. Yeah, the G2's not popping up like it should. Anyway, fuck that. Yeah, you just got to get the G2. If I went to hybrid power, I could bring it up, show you what it looked like. It's just the biggest one, the big one. All parts. See, they got theirs for 30 bucks. That's a deal. The big ass intake. You can get the 32 millimeter intake hoses online. Same thing. I tried getting Mike to set up his carb with. His is a little different. Still gonna fit. He's gonna get the flow he wants. But yeah, it's $30 here. Comes with everything, the reeds, screws. And that's perfect for that 21 millimeter or bigger. Yeah, so $30, and that's probably free shipping with them too if you spend a certain amount of money. That may be free shipping on that item. Yeah. Or you can just go get the felt faker one unpainted with the solid dropouts in the back. And because I think which ones is it? Yeah, the F-Zeros. I don't know if they're dropouts. There's some of them. One of them's got some crappy dropouts in the back I'd never touched, but I think all those have broken or been done away with by now. But they had like 4 variations of dropouts. But yep, getting close to the hour mark. If y'all want to stay on, we'll stay on a little longer. We might glance at the other bike for a minute. Can't see much with the carb on it. I mean, I'm talking about the fancy bike. Well, the fancy engine. The bike's just normal. But yeah. Get y'all sales. Oh, I forgot the delay. Get y'all sales an Avenger 85, which I heard they're none available right now, except for one place. No one's buying them from them though, evidently. Oh yeah. I got a simple let me turn up the volume. I didn't know y'all could probably not hear me. I also got the simple lighting system too, or brake lights. I put a light on the front that flashes, a little bike light when I ride, but it's on the other bike. This one has brake lights when I pull the brake. I got some LED lights that light up on the top and bottom there, which I don't have the battery in there right now. But it's only 2 wires and they're teeny. They're AC wires, solid copper. That was it. And they run back here with the rest of the stuff. Just they're in sheathed. It's a little bitty brown wire. Comes up here to my battery. I got a brake light here. Then I extended it with another wire, put another brake light down here off my dropout. So that one sticks out a little bit out the side so people can see it. And then I got one there, and they're pretty bright. Hold on, I'll get a battery. It's just a little, it's just a little 2-cell lithium battery. I put some little hot glue and put some foam down so it won't smash it or get jumped up. But I could put a little 3-cell on it and make them even brighter, which they're 12 volts, so I could put a 3-cell on it. But this is just for being light now, and it lasts forever because all it's doing is powering the brake lights when I pull the lever. I can't see nothing. We're just going to let the battery hang right here for now. That's it. I mean, I barely got to pull it when I'm locked in. Actually, I can make the lights actuate right before the brakes lock in. Boom. It's not much, which is great. That's what you want. You want, especially being hydraulic, you shouldn't be pulling it in very far before they're making stuff happen. It's like, bam, we're locking shit up. But yeah, it was simple. Just 2 wire. You tie your grounds together. All your grounds go together here. You send power up on one leg, and then power comes back out off the other leg and comes back to you light. And that's it. All you're doing up here is making and breaking the power. Send power up on the one wire. It's only 2 wires in that thing. Send power up on one wire to make a prong. Boom. Other prong that comes out sends the power back to the light. Very simple. all this is, this is just my cables, throttle cable. It's my to the tack and stuff. I just had it taped up so you wouldn't see the white in the plug and stuff. I need to actually mount a little higher. I need to undo this stuff and make another wrap and bring it up.